It's time for this week's Parting Shots.
The Athletic reported Tuesday that the NBA bubble snitch hotline has received calls. The jokes flew immediately on the internet, including Lou Williams tweeting a rat emoji. Snitching is an interesting concept. Hating tattletales is one of the few things we all agree on. Literally every group of people looks down on informant. The people who want you to snitch on your own people, they don't even respect snitches, especially not snitches in their own ranks. Some people don't even want their kids to tattle on each other. But this bubble, I'm begging players here. Tell on everybody you see cheating. Every single one of them. This bubble, under the best case scenario, is tenuous. Even with everyone doing what they should, danger still seems palpable. The only way for everyone to win, and more importantly to minimize loss, is for players to endure these surreal conditions and stay still. And alone. It's the only way to keep everyone safe. It's the only chance fans have at the entertainment of NBA games, and the only way everyone with a stake in NBA business can get paid. So Chris Paul, it's your union. Walk around that hotel like you're the police. Find some spies and post them up in all the lobbies. All of us figure you tell on somebody to get a leg up anyway, so you might as well do it to keep everyone's lungs intact. Hell, tell on some people who didn't do anything, just to keep everybody on their toes. Do whatever you gotta do. The bottom line is everyone needs to be safer in the face of COVID-19. I can't make anybody do it, but they can in the bubble. And I can't hate on anybody who tries to keep everybody safe.
We pretend that team names are important the way we pretend that statues are important. We pretend that the angry arguments about rebranding the Washington R-words or the Atlanta Braves are fueled by the same questions about toppling sculptures of Robert E. Lee or Christopher Columbus. Questions about symbolism and honor and history. But do you think anyone's trying to honor natives with an Indians jersey? Do you think anyone's using statues of Andrew Jackson or statues of anyone to study for AP US history? What all of this is really about, honestly, is power. The power to be worried about. The power to shape America's institutions. The power to occasionally, and just occasionally, win the zero-sum game of influence. And with mascots and statues, this specific kind of power feels pretty small, actually. Symbolism is not ownership. Honor is not capital, and not education, and not legislation. But this specific loss of power, however superficial, is what's actually fueling these elemental fears and these angry arguments. We are redecorating a few rooms in the enormous broken home that is the United States of America. And that does make sense. There are people, lots of people, we've ignored for decades. And they live here too.
In the early days of college sports, the Ivy League dominated, especially football. Yes, Princeton lost that first game in 1869 to Rutgers 6-4, but for the next 50 years, Ivy League schools were not just the best in the land, but the most influential. At Yale, there was Walter Camp and Amos Alonzo Stagg. At Cornell, Pop Warner. At Brown, John Heisman and Fritz Pollard. Football was popularized and its rules codified by the Ivy League. But no Ivy school has so much as shared the national title since 1927. The influence of the Ancient Eight waned. In fact, 4 months ago, when the Ivy League shut down all spring sports, the immediate reaction in some quarters was mockery. Many said, what are they doing? What do they know anyway? Surely they're overreacting. Running scared. The novel coronavirus will be contained and life as we know it will continue uninterrupted. The decision by the Ivy League, after all, was made before Rudy Gobert, before the NBA shut down, before New York City shut down, before the Olympics and so many other major sports events were postponed or canceled outright. Soon enough, it turned out everyone else would have to do what the Ivies did first. Now the Ivies are again first to act. The first conference in Division I to say that there will be no football this fall. A few other conferences have since decided to do the same. Again, as they once did so long ago, the Ivies are leading. But the question, with so much at stake, remains, who else will follow?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.